Next speaker is our own Gerry Diaz. Gerry Diaz.
Well, hello there. How's everybody today? You know what? It was a pleasure listening to the last speaker. You know why?
Why?
Because this government needs to understand that they have a responsibility to each and every one of us. And it was a pleasure to understand and to hear that he understands the industry, but more important, that as a member of Parliament, he benefited from being raised by a taxi driver. I want the message today not just to be to the government, the message really has to be to all Canadians. Because think about Canada if Uber was the new norm. A country where nobody collects taxes. A country where nobody pays taxes. A country where we would have no roads or hospitals or schools for our children. Because that's what this is all about. It's about the type of nation that we desire. So this government ran on a social progressive platform. And what was the issue? What were the commitments? It was about creating a strong working class in Canada. It was about spending billions of dollars to put Canadians to work through infrastructure spending. It was about spending billions of dollars on health care. It was about putting into place long-term care facilities for our parents. It was about investing in our futures. You know how that happens? It happens when people pay tax.
That's it. Yes.
So here we have Uber that are free riders because they will drive on the roads that we pay for. They will send their kids to schools that we pay for. Their parents and families will use the hospitals that we pay for. So you need to understand when they don't pay tax, they're not ripping off the government, they're ripping off Canadians. So why is it that we can have regulations on all aspects of industry? Why is it that we have laws? Why is it that the airlines are regulated? The rail is regulated, the trucking industry is regulated, and of course the taxi industry is regulated. Why? It's for the safety of the customers and for Canadians. So I can't understand why we can have a company working in Canada that doesn't pay any taxes, that doesn't invest in Canada, yet reaps all the benefits that Canadians have contributed. We can't have two sets of rules. We can't have taxi drivers that pay exorbitant car insurance fees, pay for the stands, pays for the dispatch, pays for airport pickups. Insurance, of course, is incredible. Yet we can have taxi drivers that pay absolutely none of that. If Uber doesn't have to pay any income tax or insurance, then why in the heck should everybody standing here today? We pay because those are the rules, those are the laws, and that's the type of Canada that we desire. So the government now has to serve. They have to protect. They have to now fulfill their election promises. And that's by preserving jobs and creating jobs. And you can't start off your mandate by eliminating thousands and thousands of jobs from strong tax-paying Canadians. So this isn't only a fight about the taxi industry. This is about a fight about the underground economy in Canada. Because the underground economy in Canada takes $42 billion a year out of Canadian pockets. So this is not only going to add to the underground economy, but it is going to now legalize the underground economy. And we can't tolerate this as Canadians. These are our jobs. Many of you have paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for your plates. You have invested in your current and in your futures. These plates are your retirement plans. These plates and your expenses are going to be the foundation of which you raise your families. And I would suggest to you, Uber, nor government or company has the right to take that away from you. So this fight must continue from coast to coast to coast. And if it's going to require every taxi driver across the country to have a day of protest where we shut down the industry for a day to get people's attention, then that's very well what we may have to do. This is about your livelihood. This is about our families. This is about our futures. Let's stick together and make sure that we get the government's attention. Thank you all.